Good afternoon, guys and gals. This is your host, Joe, Life with Yosef. Here we are on Summer 24 Extravaganza number 13. We are going to go through a drive through rural Siskiyou County. I'm currently on California 3, and we'll see some road footage, and we'll see you at our first stop. Our first stop of the day after food and gas and such finds us in the town of Fort Jones, which is on California 3 in Siskiyou County. I'll look up the Wikipedia and I'll talk a little bit more about this when we pull up here more where the mural and stuff are. But I wanted to take a picture of this abandoned building for one of the Facebook pages that I follow. So here you go, and we'll see what's next. We pulled on down here to the main part of town. So many of these towns just empty storefronts. Life has sure changed for a lot of these small towns. I don't know what the red brick building is on the left. I'll see if I get across the street and maybe take a better shot. Like with this Five Marys here, they're closed. They're locked. The doors are locked. I remember when I was here with my wife somewhere 2014, 2015, 2016. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at the film. This was a pretty vibrant place. This building right here, always a car has to go by, you know. This building here has the plaque and the mural on the side, so when I cross the street and film the mural and the plaque, I'll certainly tell you what it is. Well, there's no real plaque for the building, so I'm going to show the mural. Oh, come on, dude, you're killing me here. Come on, buddy, there we go. Good boy. Okay, the gold was discovered up here by the European ancestor in the early 1850s. The Army established the Fort Jones in 1852. Now the sun's in a bad spot. When the stage route extended south of here to Callahan, through Etna, which we're going to go to Etna, but not the Callahan today, I don't think. 1860, the town was founded, and mining, like so many other mining railroad towns that end, here you go. Now that I'm reading the plaque, I think this big, tall brick building used to be the Masonic Lodge. Then these Five Marys that I mentioned a couple of shots ago, they have 4 different storefronts. So they have a ranch and a meat market and all kinds of good stuff like that. But they seem to be closed today, so I hope they're still in business, but they're not open today. So we're just about done here in Fort Jones, and we'll see what's next. The A's are up 1-0 against King Felix, but we had the bases loaded and didn't score against them, so that'll come back to haunt us. We're in Fort Jones, California, in Siskiyou County still. I don't know a lot about this place. I've only been here one other time, and that was on the film from 4 years ago. But there's some old buildings here to take pictures of, and Just always taking pictures of the beauty of the boss. So there you go. Well, and there's my beauty too, but that goes without saying. So we're gonna take some stills and we'll press on to Etna. Here's the other side of the street in Fort Jones. Founded in 1860, I learned on a plaque on the bank building right in front of us next to the mural. It's 98 degrees according to the bank sign. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm stopping here too because I see a guy has Washington State plates on his KLR, and I used to have one of these. It was such a fun bike to ride. I really loved it, and it got stolen out of the garage in Stockton, and I had just dropped the comprehensive insurance on it, and well, it happens. But if I'd love to ride one of these again. They're just so much fun. This is a pretty fancy schmancy restaurant. There's a plaque on the building that I'll walk over to here in a second, read to you. It turns out this is a pretty historical building after all. This is the Denny Bar Company building. It was built in 1880 by the Parker Campbell Company. It was sold to A.H. Denny in 1896. I have to read it off the plaque here. It turns out that in 1900, the businesses were all incorporated under the Denny Bar Company. And here's your California history trivia question for today. What was the first retail chain in all of California? And it was the Denny Bar Company in Callahan, which is down Highway 3, Etna, Fort Jones, etc., Wairika, and Montague. So here you go. And Gazelle, which we're also stopping at, hopefully. So this is a pretty important place. So here you go, and we'll see what's next. We're kind of kitty corner to the Denny Bar. I forgot to mention that in the second floor was the first high school north of Red Bluff, and it opened with 15 students. This museum, I suspect, used to be the church, but we're going to walk over and read the plaque. This was actually built in 1905. It was designed after Independence Hall in Philadelphia, which I highly recommend you all make a visit to if you have the time and the money and the health. This was the jail on the bottom floor, the fire department on the ground floor, and City Hall and such up on the second floor. The Native Daughters of the Golden West Museum took this over in 2000, the whole building, and in 2017, a number of groups chipped in to, what do they call it, restore, for the restoration of the building. This is cool, but we're going to walk down and see what's next. Here's a pretty sharp mural here, still in Etna. This is at the Farmhouse Butcher Shop, which has been closed for a while. Right next door to the mural, this awfully looks like a gas station. I think the two man doors on the right side are to the bathrooms. But what you don't see is the telltale oval concrete where the pumps were. This phone booth in Etna is owned by the Siskiyou Telephone Company, and you get free local calls. It was like that both the other times that I've been here too, once on the scooter and once with my wife and the boy. So here you go, it's still cool, it still works, and here you go. Etna sits in the Scott Valley of the Scott River. This is the Scott Valley Lodge. Hold on. This was the Scott Valley Lodge of the Knights of Pythias, number 229. And there's also a Masonic hall here for free and accepted Masons. The lime green building that City Hall is in, which I'm going to film from across the street. The plaque here was dedicated in 1938 by the Native Daughters of the Golden West. There's no plaque on this building, but you know it's old. Here's the Avery Theater. Well, it looks like the Avery Theater is playing Oh Brother, Where Art Thou on July 21st for $10. Sponsored by Valley Concepts Painting, so here you go. Here's another old gas station. I'm in Etna still. You could tell what I talked about a shot or three ago with the oval concrete where the pumps were. Let's do this. Here's the Etna Fire Department. The bell on top was rescued from the high school when it got torn down, and it was installed here, I think in the 60s. Anyway, here you go. We'll see what's next. Our next stop finds us in Etna, California, still in Siskiyou County. Here's a nice looking house we're going to go take a still or two of. See how green everything is, except the dead grass, I guess. Here's a working phone booth in downtown Etna, and local calls are free. This is the Siskiyou Telephone Company, not Pac Bell or Pac Fudge or whatever the hell that they call themselves now, but here you have it. And right across the street is City Hall and the Scotts Valley Lodge. I don't know what the K of P is. Knights of Pythias, I think. Number 229, you see the Etna Police on the right. Joshua E. Short is the Chief of Police. And then Etna City Hall's on the left. The deli's closing up shop at the end of the month. It's really too bad that these little towns die out. This is the Etna RV Park in Etna, Siskiyou County, California, and I gotta tell you, they want $275 a week, which is a really, really good price for full hookups. I'm thinking, damn, I may need to stay out here. So we're gonna look at this, and I thought it was way cool, and hopefully you do too, and we'll see what's next. Now I'm gonna skip ahead here. We're just on the south end of Wairika, and I'm going to turn here on the West Side Road, which is the old US 99 Pacific Highway. So you'll see some road footage here as we get to our next stop. Our next stop of the day, about 3 o'clock, finds us in the town of Gazelle, which is in Siskiyou County, California, off of Old US 99 and the Old Pacific Highway. I don't know what this building is, but people still live here because you see the post office is still here. So we'll see what's here. I walked up the highway a touch to take the 360. Here is the volunteer fire department. I like this old style house like this. People are still living here. The door is open. We'll see what's next. This used to be a 76 station. I'm going to go ahead and make this the closing shot of Summer 24 Extravaganza number 13. Our little sightseeing tour through Siskiyou County, Fort Jones, Etna, and Gazelle. This is, as always, your host, Joe, Life with Yosef. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your support in my times of difficulty. I appreciate all of you that watch and follow up with me. Enjoy your day. Peace be with you. And we'll see you for the next one.